percent test corrections. So for all the questions that you missed on the computer, you need to redo them on the blue paper that you've been given, attach them and your test paper together, and turn them in. If you missed more than one question on the extra little piece, you need to redo that as well. Thank you. Question 1. Of the new calculators tested, 8 were defective and 42 passed inspection. What is the ratio that compares the number of defective calculators to the total number of calculators? So I'm going to be doing an 8 to 50 ratio because it's asking me for the total. Then I need to simplify that. Each of these can be divided by 2. So the correct answer is B, 4/25. Question 2. Olivia printed invitations for a party. If she printed 286 invitations in 26 minutes, how many invitations did she do in each minute? So I'm going to be dividing by 26. So 286 divided by 26 goes once. 26 goes once. So she did 11 a minute. Please make sure that you're copying everything on your paper as you go through and do these, not just writing the answer. Gwen spent 56 1/4 to fill her gas tank, which holds 15 gallons. How much did she pay per gallon? So once again, I'm going to be doing division. So 56.25 divided by 15. 15 goes into 56 3 times, which is 45. Subtract, I get 11. Bring down my 2. Let's see, 15. So I'll try 8, 7 maybe, 7. 15 times 7. That's 105. Yep, that works. So 105. I get 7, 5, and that's 5, so it's 375. Okay, next one. A tutor's rates are shown in the table below. Use a ratio table to determine how much she charges for 5 hours. So I'm going to go now to my unit rate by dividing by 2, which gives me 15. Then I'm going to go up to my 5 by multiplying by 5, and then that gives me 75. At a putt-putt course, there are 50 yellow, 45 red, and 60 blue golf balls. What ratio compares the number of blue to the total? So I know that there are 65 blue, and then my total is 50 plus 45 plus 65. So I have 10, and I have 10, 160, so it's 165 to 160. This ends with a 5, this ends with a 0, so I can divide each of them by 5. 65 divided by 5 is 13. 160 divided by 5 is going to be 30-something, so 32. So it is this ratio. Next one. What is 30% of 40? 0, 0%, 100%. 40 is my total. I want to go to 30%, so I'm going to go down to 10%. Divide by 10, divide by 10. So 10% is 4. So now times 3 times 3, the answer is 12. There were 25 kids in the holiday concert. Of the students, 11 were boys. What percent were boys? So once again, a percent box, 0, 0, 100. And 25 is my total. I want to go to 11 here. I don't want to go to 11 down here because we're looking for the percents. We're looking for what percent this is going to be. So if I look at 25 and 11, they have nothing in common besides 1. So I have to go down to 1. So I know both of these numbers. So I'm going to divide this by 25 and then divide this by 25. So 1 kid represents 4%. So 11 kids would represent 44% of the band. Melanie can run 5.5 miles in 1 hour. She wants to run a week-long race that is 156 and 75 hundredths of a mile. How many hours will it take her? So we've got 5.5 and 156.75. So I want to divide this by 5.5, and so I have to divide this by 5.5. Remember, when you divide by a decimal, you must move your decimal point in your divisor till it becomes a whole number. And if you move your decimal point in your divisor, you must also move your decimal point in your dividend. So I move this one 1, and I move this one 1. So now my division problem is 55 into 1,567.5. 55, no, 55. Let's try twice. 55 times 2 is 110. So 110. I subtract, and I get 46. Bring down my 7. So 5 goes into 45 about 9 times, but this is 55, so I'll try 8. So 467, oops, 55 times 8 is 440. Subtract, I get 27. Bring down my 5. Got an 8. And because 275 is half of 550, it is going to be 5, so it's 28.5. Okay, next one. Nate biked 54 miles in 4.5 hours. We want to go about 1 mile. So 1 hour rather. So 54 divided by 4.5. Move my decimal point, move my decimal point. So in 45, in 54, there's 1 to 45. Subtract, I get 9 and 2, so 12 miles per hour. Next one, the ratio of cats to dogs is 2 to 3. And remember the total number of animals is going to go here. So since I have 5 boxes, I want to look for a number that's divisible by 5. So no, yes, no, no. The answer choice is B. Price tag on Furniture Farm reads $920. But they're having a sale, and the sofas are 15% off. I can't get from 100 down to 15, but I can go down to 5. So 100 divided by 5 is 20. If I divide the bottom by 20, I need to divide the top by 20. So 920 divided by 20 goes 4. 20 into that goes 6. So 5% equals $46. So it's 15%. So I need to multiply by 3 and multiply by 3. Well, 46 times 3 is 138. This is my discount. So the couch originally cost $920. I am getting a discount of $138. So I subtract, gives me 2. That gives me 8, gives me 7. So now the couch will cost $782. Okay, the ratio of green pepper plants to red pepper plants is 3 to 5. So it's green to red. If there are 20 red pepper plants, that means that 4, Dobby, be quiet. 4 goes to 20. So if each of these little blocks is 4, that means that each of these is also 4, which means that there are 12 green pepper plants. So 44% of the kids in Mrs. Rutherford's class like chocolate ice cream. If that's 11 kids, so 44 and 11 go together. So I see that I have to go from 100 to 44, and I can't go there. So I'm going to go down to, let's go 2. So I'll go down to 2, and that means I need to divide by 22, which means I need to divide this by 22, which is a half. So times 50 times 50 times a half is 25. So I got 25 kids who are in her class. All right, so remember this was the one that I made the mistake on, so this should be $1.20. Okay, so I'm going to do 18 into 90, and that's 5. And then I'm going to do 24 into $1.20. Remember, these two are half of each other, so that's also going to be 5. So they both have the same unit rate. Okay, Rilo earned $500 last week. And he put 35% of it in savings. So I'll go down to 5 by dividing by 20. 500 divided by 20 is 25. Times 7, that's 175. So it says he spent 35 of it. He put the rest into savings. So I need to do 500 minus 175, which is 325. So that's what he had left over. Henry borrowed 3 non-fiction books from the library. And that was 25%. So times 4 times 4 is 12. 12 in all. Next one, there were 400 jelly beans in the jar. %25 of them. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. So 100. And then 20% of them. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. So that's 180 jelly beans that are cinnamon or licorice, but we want the ones that are not cinnamon or licorice. So we have to do 400 minus 180, which is 220. Okay, number 18, Joe got a new job. I'm going to pay him $8.50 an hour for 24 hours. So we got to do 850 times 24. So that's 22. 32, 34. Down my 0. 0, 10. There's the 1. 16 plus the 1 is 17. So 0, 2, 4. Wait a minute, something's not right. Should be just be 204. Should be 0. $204. So that's what he earned last week. Okay, next one. Kelly's monthly salary is 20% more than Lynn's. So Kelly got $4,800. And 0% and 0. And this is Kelly. So 20%. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. 4,800 divided by 5 is 960. So hers is, Kelly's is 20% more. So we got to do 4,800 minus 960. And that is 3,840. And that's it.